Mama told me when the thunder comes that a drunk don't keep coming on for me to listen, yeah, what he'd say. If I did some, it'd help me through stormy days. Like it's December, weatherman gives you service, love and understand. Like it's December, weatherman. You can catch him on the show with Tom and Dave. That's right.
And good morning. We are live. I think we are live. We're jamming to Andy Simmons here. Our Simple Man song. My brother, that was my wedding song. So I still think the song sums it up best. What's up, everybody? Stephanie, all right, we got comments rolling in. Loretta Reed, they're flying in now. What's up? I saw a couple questions already. Yeah, puppies are here. Don Freeman, how's it going? Sharon Short. All right, we got our crew. Here's the puppies. There's Ashley. I got your due on standby. Radar or Miami, Aaron. Yeah, we got rains rolling in from the south today in Florida. Hey Donna, that's all right. Yeah, this is my new microphone. I don't know if it sounds any different or not. I still had to tweak it. I had a podcast yesterday and a radio skit. If anybody heard me on the bone, I was on the bone. Hey Katie, Haley, what's up? There's our puppies. So this is Louie. This is our original. How old is he now, Julie? 2.5. 2.5 years old. 15 pounds. Pretty laid back. This is Hunter. How old is Hunter now? 5 months. His little twinsy. Hunter got his contract in the mail yesterday for our beer. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Shelly just said good morning, Julie.
Morning, Shelly.
All right, so we're going to do our romper room session. Hey, Deanna, Messenger. Cool. I like the map, too. That's from Noah. Charleston this weekend. Could be a little rainy. Maybe not. It might be cleared out by the weekend. Our Invest 94 is rolling in Thursday, Friday. There's Jamelia Rooney. What's up? Hey, Brax. So, hey, Bobby. There's our boys. Well, he always turns his head, like, looking at me, like. I was thinking about getting a little shelf, putting them up, like, right here. I don't think he would like it, though. Hey, Fran, thank you for being a fan, Fran. Fanny Fran. Thank you. All right, so we're going to talk weather. Sometimes we talk weather. If you're here to talk weather, you might as well leave. No, that's not true. That's not true. So we'll leave it on our supporter here while we chat, our morning chat where everybody comes in. So big thanks to ABC, obviously. We have them on the screen, but they are huge supporters of Mike's Weather Page and all you fine people out there. So we appreciate you supporting them back, located here in Florida. So check them out. This is their Facebook page. You can check it out. Great picture here I showed today. They got the most beautiful stores, brick and mortar stores. Yeah, hey Mike, I know, I do have an EQ. Check this out. I forgot. Oh man, I don't know if I've activated it or not. I do have a plug-in. Damn, I'm glad you mentioned that. I have a plug-in on my Chrome that I can work. That'll be tomorrow's project. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We appreciate that. And keeping up a tradition, our show and tell session. Not to get into an FBI war between Texas and Florida, but I have fans in Texas now, and they were so kind to send me a Texas coin from the FBI. So I would give a shout out to the Texas crew there. They wrote me a nice handwritten letter. I can't really show names or anything, but big thanks. So we're in the coin stage of the page, and I have 2 FBI coins now. Thank you guys for that. So apparently I got another one coming. That's even cooler. So all right, 2 things real quickly. We'll get into weather. So this was shared. I thought it was really cool. Shelly showed it to me. This was posted on our page. Longtime fan. They are down in Grand Turk in the Caicos Islands. Look at that. And he is underwater. So it's our first underwater drunk donkey picture. Big fan down there. So I'm going to do a fan share of the day for him too. But that's awesome. That's Henry Harris Jones, our first underwater pic. And then yesterday, we got this picture posted. Apparently, we were being watched by the dogs. So not only are we watched by the feds, we're watched by the dogs too. And underwater people. So not only are we we're underwater people and feds and dogs. So crazy. All right, so I'm gonna try to read the comments. We'll go into everything. We got 4 things on the 4 things on the map that we have to work on, and I'll play with my new microphone. I'm gonna have to work on the audio. I understand it's new. Put up the bass a little bit so I can sound like a real radio host, coming to you live. Levi's got a deep voice. I have to figure out how he's doing it. He sounds more deeper. So let's make sure we're streaming on YouTube real quick because we got YouTube fans. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Awesome. All right. So what is going on in the tropics? Let's just show you this map. All right. In a nutshell, let me get my little pointer out here. I like my little pointer. So I showed this earlier, so I'll try to do a synopsis real quick. Hey Marissa, Southeast Texas. What's up, Aaron? Patricia, it should be loud. You might just have to turn your audio up. I don't know if I can boost mine yet. Let's see, advanced properties. I got it maxed, I thought. Maybe. Is that any louder? Test. Let's see if that boosts anything. Let me turn up the dBs. I maxed out the dBs to 5. Let's see if that made a difference. I don't know. We'll have it figured out by next year. Sally says I'm loud. We do have a pet shirt. Cat Thompson. We have a... I don't know. Loud and clear. Some are loud and clear. All right. I don't know. So anyway, here's what the scoop is. All right. So we got this little guy. We'll talk about Invest 94. Invest 94 is only at 30%. It was at 40% yesterday. So not a huge worry threat at this point. There is some convection firing. We'll go to weathernerds.org. You can start to see a little bubble. This is where the center's at. Had a question earlier that was really good about why are we focused on this little blob when there's other blobs on the coast. Hey Whitney, you got a hurricane on your shirt. Cool. So we still got some people low volume, but I don't know. I don't know what I can do. I got to find out maybe a boost or something. Because I've had that problem before, but I don't have anything, so we'll just work through it. I'm going to ignore the boost comments. Mono. Louder here. Alright. So anyway, alright, good enough. I'll get closer to the mic. and then we'll play with it. Why do you want to hear what I got to say anyways? I'm not making any sense half the time. Let me turn my thing up. So big thanks to the cotton growers yesterday. I did a little video. It was really fun if you guys are watching. All right, so somebody asked a really good question. This is on weathernerds.org, by the way. But if we zoom out of this, good question was this: why this is we're going to talk about Invest 94 first. So somebody asked a really good question: why aren't we talking about this blob or this blob? You know, because every blob matters in the weather world, and we actually have a Florida blobbing over here. We're going to talk about that. But the center of circulation is where we look at for formation, and the center of circulation is that little box right here. Let me get out of that. But our center of circulation is right here, so that's why we're watching that blob. And if that blob continues to fire, then there's a chance that we could have a little formation as this thing drifts. Basically, it's going to be drifting towards the coast here the next day or two. The big front that made all the news in Denver and stuff is going to basically merge it, and it won't make its way inland very far. So eventually this thing's going to end up kind of just being a coastal event. If it strengthens into anything more, the good news is it wouldn't doesn't have time to blow up anything scary. You got to have strong circulation for these things to get going. Hurricane Laura crossing Hispaniola had a really tight core, 500 millibar, which was amazing that it kept that. So it had 2 or 3 days over open water, and it had a tight core. This one does not have a tight core. So these things take time to develop, and time is not on 94's side. But you can see, there is definitely a flare up here. This is, that general area, you can see very well the circulation, and we are getting bubbling right over top of that. So that's usually an indicator that it's trying to form. Anytime the convection starts to fire over the center of circulation, then it's a sign that the shear is low, which it is, and it's trying to develop. So your shear map showing very low shear in the area. And it also shows the tendency is low. So it's got a window, Hey, Virginia, yep, I'm just a rookie weather wannabe. There you go. Now we were called cherry pickers. I don't know if that would make a funny shirt or not, but maybe we could be the weather wannabes. Mike's weather page, the weather wannabes. And we can have bees flying around the donkey. So Chrissy's just joining late, looking at the pups. So anyway, low shear. Look at this. Low shear environment. So interesting. But it's only at 30%. But it's also fire and storms right now. So we'll watch it. Timing would be this. Here's Tropical Tidbits. 12Z models just came out. So a little tidbit on Tropical Tidbits. There you go, Frank. Try to say that 10 times fast. MWP. But this is a good point. Somebody asked a question yesterday. So on Tropical Tidbits, he's got the timestamp 24 right here. 24. And 24 is 24 from, initialized basically now. So 24 hours from now, that's basically where the models are predicting it to be. So landfall, if there is a landfall, it will be later tomorrow. Only has a day to get going. But so yeah, we'll see. It's only 30%. Was 40%. Now it's 30%. But some development is possible. So, watch real time. That's what I think is. I'm gonna do my cursive. I'm gonna try to get better at cursive. Real. I don't even know how to make a cursive T. Time. There you go. So watch out in real time. Cool. And I just had the roofers here, by the way. We have a leak from day one on our back patio. I should have called our roofing companies, but they're down in These guys sell advanced roofing. They sell to the roofers. So hopefully they're buying advanced roofing stuff. But anyway, oh man, they're up there banging around. I got a leak. I can't have my neon signs get ruined by the rain. So living in Florida, what do you expect? It's a tin roof against a house. And they think caulking's going to last. I'm not going to go up there and caulk every 3 months. So anyway, tomorrow we might hear some banging and some hammering is what I'm getting at. Hey, Raphael, I'll tweak this one. It was only $50. And I'll work on the audio. I had a plug-in extension. Let me see if I can play with that real quick, if I can find it. I had an equalizer extension. I think I deleted it. Now I need it. So that'll be tomorrow's project. All right, so 94, let's not talk about 94 too much. Just watching in real time. You know, rain maps are showing what we can expect. Coastal mainly. The next 5 days. You can kind of see, I guess, where some of the modeling are predicting. This is a combination of a front and our 94 kind of heading that way. So, you know, coastal event. The front's going to come through and suck it up and absorb it. And that's all tied to this little guy that we're watching right now. This big old front, lots of snow here in the Denver, Wyoming area. Lots of wildfires in Washington, Oregon. I added a cool link, by the way, on my Facebook earlier. I reached out to him, actually. Wish I remembered his name. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. So we talked about NOS 94. Oh, okay. Frank just emailed me from the Cotton Guys. So they just posted my interview from yesterday. So that's good. But so where is my email? Hang on, I'm trying to. Bummer. Let's see. One more thing, because I wanted to thank them, because I'm going to use their site a lot. Here it is. So his name's Paul. Okay, Paul from Zoom Earth, if you're watching. I have it hidden here. Now I'm going to make a nice link, because I asked for permission. What I'm getting at is trying to do things the right way in the weather world. And, you know, everybody that we link, luckily the big dogs like NOAA and National Weather Service and the Sierra, they've all shared stuff and stuff. Now we got Paul here from Zoom Earth, and he said, go for it, man. Share it. Because, hey, listen, I read his disclaimer. Look, this is what scared me. I try to be respectful. But if you look at this disclaimer, it says, permission is granted to only download one copy. No commercial purposes, no public display. But anyway, he said we could, so I feel good. So thanks, Paul. But this is a great site, by the way. So this is one I'll be sharing a lot more, because you can turn off the satellites. The reason I even brought this up was talk about the fire. The fires out west. So he's got the fire hotspot that you can click on and actually see what's going on. And it's incredible, the images coming out of Oregon and Washington right now with these fires in Northern California. So it's a good site. I'll start sharing it more so that you can see it and stuff. So anyway, all right, so let's go back to weather and talk about the other systems out there. So we got two other systems on the NHC map, Paulette and Renee. Renee has weakened, but it's expected to come back. So Paulette is the big question mark for a lot of folks, because they're seeing this. They're seeing the track here, and they get worried because you see this general motion. So that's why we like spaghetti models, because spaghetti models look past the 5 days. And if you look at spaghetti models, almost every single one show a recurve. Very high confidence. So, I see a lot of posts people put on the internet, talking about the what if. And, but the cool thing about this map is it includes the ensemble. So the European ensemble is the peach little guys, and then the GFS ensembles are the gray little guys. And you would start to see a couple, that would maybe raise one eyebrow, but right now we don't see any. So the reason is we're supposed to see a weakness come. Right now there is a high pressure over. So right now we have a low pressure here. We have a high pressure here. And then we have a couple fronts coming in. So Paulette is responding to this high pressure now. And eventually it's going to go around the high pressure. Unfortunately for Bermuda, it's definitely watching very close. Official intensity, at least at this point, is not more than a storm. 2 a.m. Monday, and everything I can gather from the folks at Bermuda, 60 mile an hour. So anything I gather is that island is tough, and they can handle a lot more than a 60 mile an hour tropical storm. So, and cheers to our Louis Cup, by the way. In case you're wondering, you can get your Louis Cup from Teespring. So, Bermuda watching Paulette. Paulette should turn. This low pressure that we got here is driving Renee that way. Pretty high confidence on that one too. And the modeling on Renee is kind of like, I don't know. It's a more of a scattered mess, but most models are showing it die. So, hey Joshua, what's up? Areographer mate, first class. So that's awesome. What's up, Ruby? You can handle it. I'm blurry. Well, it was a rough night. Chris, man, we just missed it, buddy. That's a rain. That's Invest 94. I got it all on the website. 30% chance. Looks like it's trying maybe to form, but as of now, it's only 30% per 8 o'clock advisory. But there is some bubbling going on. So, general motion is towards. They've been bouncing around a little bit. This is Tropical Tidbits. General motion is towards North Carolina. And it should stop and get merged with the front and disappear. But so there's that. All right, so let me close some windows. And 94 is interesting because we got low shear. Thunderstorms are now starting to pop a little bit. A little bit of low level spin. Here's Bermuda. Here's our 94. Trying. I mean, it doesn't really look too impressive on the wind maps, but doesn't have any mid-level. Remember when we were watching Laura over Hispaniola, it had a really tight spin. Anytime, and same with ECE, man. When these things have tight spin, it doesn't have that yet. So it takes a lot of time for these to get going, and it doesn't have a lot of time. So, starting to see politics. Shelly will get you. El Nino heading to Club Mojo to the chill sounds of DJ Fujiwara. Sounds like a party. Party hardy. All right, so what's coming off Africa? Let's talk about that. So we kind of got a handle on Paulette. We got big flooding today, by the way, in Texas. We have a lot of fans in Texas, but there's definitely some flood advisories popping up for lower Texas today. We have lingering rains the next couple days to watch out for. And here's kind of here's 94 with the front. So a couple days of rain here for the northeast. Well, I don't know if that's northeast, east coast. I think anything north I think north is like north of North Carolina, but no offense to Virginia. All right, there's that. Let's see. So we got big rains in Texas. Storm prediction map. Here, check out this temperature map too, by the way. That's a big split. You can tell where the front's at right here. Ooh. So we got 20s and 30s, 70s and 80s. And the front is not coming south. It's flattening out and leaving this hot, 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 hot. And just to touch on it real quick here, we do have this going on in Florida. So we do have a dip in the jet that's coming down like this. And a little bit of sign maybe it's trying to get spinning. But it's going to be drawing up moisture through the next couple days. And you can already see it bubbling down here in Miami, Bahamas. So as all this energy rolls around, and that's kind of the part of Texas here, it's kind of all tangled with this setup here. So that's why we're getting the southwest flow this morning into Florida and even some into the Carolinas because of this dip. And you can see the dip a few different ways. Let me just go back to our wind map. This makes it easier. Let me close Windows before I crash my Chrome. It's never good to crash Chrome. All right, Virgin Islands. Yeah, all right. Let's go right into that. But let's before I get lost here. But here's the upper winds. You can see the dip in the jet and showing that convergence over Florida. It's kind of neat to see. Pretty colors. And here's another interesting map we'll show real quick. So as our Laura came through, it cooled down the Gulf a little bit. This is your wiki watchy weather map. But it's your weekly sea surface temperature anomaly, and it shows Laura, and it's showing now our Atlantic cooling off a tick. It doesn't really mean anything. It just shows where the storms are at. It would still have plenty of fuel out here. Debbie, that depends. Where's Mike? Right here. Janet. I'm here. I do care about everything, John. I usually forget about reporting other events, but we did have an earthquake in Jersey this morning. I saw that. Our fan, Sam Champion, actually posted it. He is a Mike's Weather Page fan. And if you don't believe me, I have him down here. Look, Sam Champion. He uses our page. And this was 2018. Look at this. And then I'll show you what he said earlier. This was 18. And Sam.
A lot of you guys wanted, I gave you yesterday, I gave you the sites for Mike. Just to kind of show you what's going on.
That was 18. But let's see. He did. So let's go to Twitter real quick. I don't want to leave out any weather. So we'll look up Sam Champion. And he's posted right here. There it is. Earthquake. 3.1, New Jersey. And these are all the reports of people that have felt it. So near Edison, Brunswick. So that was this morning, 3.1 earthquake. Not sure if that's uncommon or not for Jersey. So yeah, if you live in Jersey and you felt like you felt something, you did. All right, so let's look at the long range modeling. So we got this other guy we've got to talk about. So notice yesterday, this was like this, right? Now today, we're seeing a little turn. So the big question mark has always been the weakness caused by Paulette and Renee. You know, would it allow the high pressure to build back in quick enough to steer this that way? So yesterday's models, GFS and Euro, shoved it west. Overnight models today, well, I think the 06 GFS is now a little more west. But the Euro pulled a complete 180. This is where the Euro's been driving everybody nuts this year. Yesterday, the Euro was this. Today, the euro is this. So, in a period of 12 hours, the euro goes complete 180, which means A, when everybody says don't worry that far out, this is why. Because if you worry, you can't worry about something that's not confident. You could be aware, especially if you live in the islands, because this could be affecting them. In a week time. So anyway, all right. So let's show you. This is Tropical Tidbits. This is Levi's site. He did a great video, by the way. So you can always go to tropicaltidbits.com, and he posts his nightly videos on here. He does them on YouTube, and I think he uploads them on Facebook too. So he did one last night. So it's always highly recommended to listen to those. He does a great job. He is the real dude. I'm the weather wannabe guy. I like the weather wannabe. I think. Well, no, I already got my dude making a Greek toga shirt. We're making I think we're gonna draw. We'll see how it looks. So we're gonna make the donkey with his white toga dress blowing by a palm tree. And because we're going to be going into the Greek names. So I want to have a Greek shirt made up, and it's going to say like only 2020, or I don't know. But we are heading towards the Greek names. When we run out of names, we go into the Greek names, the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma. So that'll be interesting if we do go to the Greek names. Last time it's happened was 2005. Emily wasn't even born yet. So all right, so here's our models. We'll look at all of them. So let's do the euro. I thought the euro was going to do good on our model because it had more history to work off with our storms coming off Africa. It had 3 or 4 consistent runs of this kind of going west. Then all of a sudden last night turned straight north, which is great. Now I'm not a wish caster by any means. Hey, Amy, thank you. Thank you, Harriet. Utah hurricane winds. Yes, Utah. I meant to talk about that, Angie. They had a huge storm, fires. There's so much to talk about. We got earthquakes, so we have earthquake in Jersey, snow in Denver, fires out of control, hurricanes. I mean, what more else could we ask for, right? That's a good question, Susan. It's never happened because we only did it once. Alpha, beta, gamma. I don't know how far deep we went, but all right. So here's the latest euro last night. So here's our two systems. So when we talk about a high, like here's a weakness. Here's the high pressure. It's so cool to see. I've loved the steering maps and what it all means. But this is over the weekend. There's that high pressure. Here's Bermuda. Kind of fizzles out. Renee. Here's our wave that yesterday was doing this. Now today, see this weakness? There's a lot of weakness here. So there's a lot of question on if that's going to turn or not. Look, Renee creates this weakness right here, which is really amazing. So there's your weakness. And the new euro has it pulled northward. So that's a big question mark. There's really no answer. And then here's the next guy coming off. So we're worried about the red guy. The red guy is this guy, by the way. This one. This is the one we're going to talk about. This guy, 80%. That's the big question mark. That's the one that could be more of a trouble for Caribbean, Lesser Antilles, and even the U.S. But models right now are having a hard time determining if this thing is going to recurve or not. So anyway, latest euro, yes. Now I'm going to show you ensembles. Ensembles are not all on board. This is just the operational runs. The latest GFS, there's, we're not really watching. We watch these coastal storms like Invest 94 in real time because none of the models this year did very well at all. The Icon was the only one that picked up on Invest 94, and the reason I shared it was because the Icon's done good with these homegrown little systems. So because we're watching 94 in real time, the models aren't even going to show much. So we're focused on really right now is our new red guy out there, and we'll see what they say. But here's the GFS. This is the weekend. There's Paulette near in Bermuda. Renee, and then here is the new guy, and then there's another new guy behind the old guy. Realistically, on Saturday this is the new guy, and then on Sunday he's the old guy, and that's the new guy. So now we refer to the new guy as the old guy. You follow me? My nose is itching. Who's talking about me? All right, so here's the latest GFS. Kills out Renee, kind of weakens everything up. High pressure can't build back in. There's Paulette nearing Bermuda. There's our front. This is next week's front. This is the big player again. This front is next week's front, not the front now. The front now is influencing 94. This front is later in the weekend front. You know, depending on how strong this front is, will also determine how fast Paulette gets pulled up. You know, more of an effect for Bermuda more than anything. But the speed of Paulette is, you know, whoa, what the heck is that? I always do that. So the big player here too, we haven't talked about, is the mile per hour. For you NASCAR fans, how fast will these systems go? So the slower Paulette and Renee are, as far as moving to the North Atlantic, allows more time for the new guy to pull north. So if these move on out of here fast, then the high is going to build back in and allow a push to the west. So the forward speed of Paulette and Renee mean a lot as far as the gap here, and if the high pressure can circle back around. So that's another player that nobody knows. Right now, you know, they're not moving very fast. You know, look at this. You know, very slow movement. So, you know, usually, you know, it's only moving 8 miles an hour. So slow steering currents out there. There's not a big strong high pressure to push it along. When we have a strong high pressure system out here, you know, remember the winds are counterclockwise or clockwise. So when you have a really strong high pressure system, these actually help speed our system along. They actually interact and really make our systems move. But when you don't have any high pressure steering currents, these systems don't move very fast. So they just kind of go slow. But anyway, the latest GFS, a little more to the west, and then it turns right there. So if you look at timing, this is Friday next week, the 18th. So Friday of next week, you know, this is where I'd be watching anyways. Rough time frame. You know, obviously it all depends if it's going to turn or not, but that would be the time frame if it were. Now, we go back to yesterday's Euro, how things can change in just 12 hours. Yesterday's Euro had it barreling right through the Caribbean there. So that's a big switch. And a lot of it's the speed too. You can see that there's a little more time for high pressure to build in here. So the timing on the Euro is actually a lot quicker than the latest GFS was. So that should be noted. Hopefully we still have our friends in the Caribbean listening. But this run was a lot quicker. So if this was the case, this is Tuesday, the 15th. So the Euro is quicker. And if, you know, this run comes back to verify, this would only be less than a week. So important to note, because we do have a lot of fans down there. But this is just showing you how the models have went 180. All right, so Euro recurve, latest Euro. Let's see, GFS Para model has been pretty consistent. Oh man, it does a complete wacky straight north. It looks like a disco. We should play the disco music. I don't think the GFS has any. This one. I don't know. I think this one should be thrown out the window. It's doing the boogie. All right, so the CMC showing the recurve too. So like I said, so in a period of 12 hours, we go from the new guy going west to a lot of models saying a recurve. So that's good. And I suspect that's why the NHC now has a little curve showing. Yesterday they didn't have a curve showing. So. Let's see, a couple more models. Let's see, Icon. We'll see what that's saying. And Icon is showing more of a slow curve at the end. So there you go. So trends are your friends, and right now the trend is a little more recurve. Let's take a look at the UK, and then I'll slow down a little bit. Let's see what you guys are saying. It's fun tracking this stuff, isn't it? I don't know why. Why are we so addicted to this kind of stuff? All right, what is this now? What did I click on? Is this a euro? No, this is. Don't know. UK. We're going to the UK. See if it's showing any sort of development on our system. And the UK shows. So this shows it really well. I'll leave it right there. Turtle speed, Ruth. Yeah, well, turtles are slow. And Aaron, we are corny. Corn makes whiskey. There's a song that says that. All right, so this is a good map. So here's the UK. We have two little spots here showing Paulette and Renee. Notice the high pressure system. Still weak through here. That's kind of driving our system a little to the north. So again, the timing of Renee and Paulette might ultimately allow this turn to happen for our new guy. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So in the immediate future, obviously we're just looking at all the scenarios out here. This thing's not even over. This is so rare. I mean, usually we don't get NHC markings over Africa. And there's another wave behind it. So we're talking about something that's not even on water yet. That's way far away. But there is signs of another wave after that one. And there'll probably be another one after that one. So here's our wave train setting up. So this is the one getting ready to come off. There's another one right here. Maybe another one down here. But that's what happens. The African wave train. And you can see it too on the big surface map here. There's our low fixing to come off. And it's a low rider. So on this map here, this is Renee. They're very close to each other. And then here's the new guy. This one's going to be coming off a little lower, below the islands. Here's the islands. Those are your islands. So depending on the speed of how far these get on out of here, will determine if this follows suit or stays west. Makes sense to me. I should stop right there. So Invest 94, though, I am very curious about Invest 94 if it's going to have a shot, because we got the warm Gulf Stream. We've seen what the Gulf Stream can do. This is the formation of it. This is on Weather Nerds. I'm going to leave it right here where we chit chat. Let me just circle it so you know where we're watching. So that's, we had no convection over center to some convection over center. I'm such a hyper. I am hyper today. I don't know why. Don't know why. Had tequila last night. That always makes me hyper. No, I'm a cherry picker. All right, so I'm going to read. Barbecue Whitney. Yes. Oh, my God. I got a barbecue sponsor. I don't even have one here. But I'm going to be sharing. I always tell you we have a lot of storm companies that support Mike's weather page. We support them back. But we have a local fan that needs a little love from our fans. So I'll be sharing some barbecue stuff that you can get at Publix. So I'll share that soon. For sure. But what's that, Angie? Can I presento Mike? What's that? President Mike. Oh, presento. We're not even halfway through. Right, Sharon. So guess what? Tomorrow is the peak of season, believe it or not. The bird just called. So tomorrow's peak of season, September 10th. Seems like we've been doing this a long time. You like that? You like that, Kara? I'm getting good. That's perfect, right? That was one try. That's awesome. Disney next week, Randy. Well, Randy, the only thing, can they predict a storm? And it's not even Mike. Good question, Mike Van. Because it already has a really good low center of circulation, and we saw that last year with a storm that started somewhere in the Midwest. I don't even remember the name of it. I'm terrible. Bobby will remember. She's still in here. But when these storms have mid-level vorticity already and have some sort of signs of circulation, let me see if this one's even picking up on it yet. It's not even really showing it on here. I haven't looked. I mean, it's got low level. But this is generally it right here. You can see the counterclockwise flow. So generally speaking, you know, when you have a wave over Africa and it's got thunderstorms around it, it's already got the ingredients to plop off and get going over the water. So they detect, you know, basically vorticity, and a lot of times it's mid-level. This one's already got low level. Usually mid-level comes off and it takes time to develop low level, but see how this already has low level, you know, higher confidence that it can actually become something. So, you know, they just look at the fact that they see thunderstorms in Africa and they see the convection and they see the wind maps, and you can see other wind maps. This one doesn't go to Africa though. There are other ones like this ASCAT though that they use. Well, this one's not even showing Atlantic. What's up with that? We lost our Atlantic passes. Well, sometimes this one stretches out there, but in a nutshell, you know, you got thunderstorms and spin. Thunderstorm. If you got thunderstorms and spinach, then they just know that the odds are in favor that we're gonna see dropping. You can see it's pretty rainy in Africa. They've had a very wet record season as far as thunderstorms go. So anyway, hey Bobby, primetime wave, hot mess ocean, our Hurricane Harbor girl. Brax, you're tossing beads, huh? Drunk donkey beads. No Mountain Dew. Hey, look at this. I just lost my cap. I gotta be careful of the cap because the dogs eat them. No, I got two dews, man. I'm a double-fisted, dew drinking, weather wannabe, cherry picking. So I got a cold one. And the cool thing about Diet Mountain Dew, which I'm not sponsored by, I should be. I am actually. Ashley Bauer sponsors Mountain Dew. Is you can keep the cap off of these and they still fizz the next day. And Shelly, I hear you on that. That's how we know it's been an hour. Brian, listen, no impact. Maybe some winds, rain. None of the models are showing development per se. You kind of have a lingering front over you right now. It's kind of a mess for you. This is Invest 94, by the way, where we were talking about how it's kind of, you got to watch these things in real time. You know, only 30% chance from the NHC, but it is, you know, it does show signs of storms developing over center. We can look at that was not a burp. That was a brain freeze. And, you know, good shot here. You can see the low level clouds and some pretty good burst of convection. So I'm going to enjoy watching 94 today, and we'll see if anything happens. This is a great site, the DuPage site. I don't know if I can. I don't know if that's gonna zoom out enough. It's right. It's really right here. I can't. He doesn't really have any satellite over. I guess there maybe, and then we can kind of see it here. It's on this over here. This is what we're watching right here. You know, it's slowly moving towards Carolina, so it's gonna bring rain. We have this front. So we have this front here, we have an old front here, and all this is going to pretty much dead stop 94, and it's going to get merged. So overall, you know, lots of rain right here. And you can see, not lots. I mean, we're not talking flooding rains. Even the official 5-day map isn't showing. You know, but if you got plans tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, let's look at some long-range radars. Let's look at the HRR today. By the way, we'll do that real quick just to see what you're in for. This is the next 18 hours. Afternoon storms again today. Look at that. About 2-3 o'clock. Boom. Typical Florida storms today. Here's some of that lingering front stuff kind of rolling in. That, you can see the motion here too. Follow the clouds. This is the direction that Invest 94 is heading. It's kind of being pushed by high pressure to the north. All this is kind of that jet bringing up more moisture. And then, of course, sea breeze interacts and shoves it that way. And then we got the big Texas rains here. Head of that front, here's the big snow maker. And this front is stretched like that. But weekend rains, let's do that real quick, and then we'll sign off, I guess. Yes, Friday is 9/11, Michael. It's the day after peak of season. I have some personal stories to share on that one. I remember that day. I have a family in Somerset, so it was so weird to be watching coverage of 9/11 and then here in Somerset, because Somerset, PA, you know, my aunt lives there. I'm like, Somerset? How the heck can Somerset? And we know why, but not to change stories. But here's the radar. So, you know, hefty rains today. Look at that, all on the coast. This is afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, and they're all pushing inland. 12Z's just got done, so we can look at 36 hours. Just kind of blobby rains. Let's go to the NAM. NAM, we can go a little longer, 60 hours. Still running. I think the 12Z is still running, so we can go to 6Z. And it doesn't even show it. So I wouldn't, you know, like I said, I wouldn't stress too much yet about any cancellations of things. But it, you know, this is one of those deals, right, Bobby? You got to watch these in real time. Got to watch in real time. Watch in real time. So, all right. So that's what we got. Don't forget our folks working out in Hurricane Laura still. All our fine linemen and Blake here with Lodging Solutions. They're set up mobile camps, taking care of all the workers out there. Tammy out there with OSR doing her thing. We got a couple other sponsors I kind of wanted to brag about this week, but Flood Bud I showed a bunch. Better than sandbags. Thought it was a really cool product. Goes up against your doorways, so you don't have to stress about your finding sandbags and where to put them when you're done. You can store. United Environmental, they're the guys that go in and clean up, do the mold, water mitigation, store your stuff, clean up, totally start to finish, turnkey. So good guys. But Ashley Bowers, yeah, I know we got some cool ideas with the cherry picker things. I'm a cherry picker. Cherry picker weather wannabe. That's 2 shirts. So, all right, man, y'all have a great day. I just saw Whitney have a good day. There's Angie Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards. It does. And as I joked yesterday, don't spill any on a wood table because it'll leave its mark permanently. Nathan, they don't get rain. Well, I don't know. We got that front come in. You know, I think the rain chances are going to be up. Basically, let's see, 6 hour. We can look at 6 hour. So this weekend, it's heavy rain Saturday night, a little bit Saturday. Just kind of a juicy mess, man. I mean, it's not going to be an all-day thing. It's just the overall precipitable water map. Things are juicy. Lots of juice right now, fixing to work its way in. All this moisture here. This is Bay News 9, Mike Clay's site. This is all this moisture is just kind of pushing in from all directions. So just going to be kind of a juicy, not a weekend ending by any means, just increased rain chances. So there you go. All right, you guys, Vera, thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Yes, Katie. Great day. I love your Facebook frame. You can do Mike's Weather Page Facebook frames. Thanks to Shelly. Hey, Nathan. Yuck. You got it, buddy. James. Good day, buddy. Looks like you got a dog on your passenger seat there. I've been known to take mine out. Gail. Yeah, we're talking about two extremes of weather from extreme dryness out west to wet East Coast. I mean, fires out there are just unimaginable, actually. Hey, Paula, thank you. Have a good day, too. Thank you, Victor, for the stars. Eric, I'd be casually watching this little guy. This coastal guys. No models at this point are shown much, but I do have the links here. You can watch in real time. And, just kind of curious about this recent convective burst here right over center. So it has time to ramp into a little something. A little something. Hey, thanks, Doug. Thank you for that. Appreciate it, Dawn. DJ. Jim and DJ. James, that's your cat. Oh, see, your little avatar is about this big, and all I saw was something furry. So no offense to your cat. Thanks, Lindsay. So I'll have to say a few more goodbyes here. I got nothing really cooking. So tomorrow I'll be interested because I'm going to have the roofers here, and I don't know what kind of noise they're going to be making. I don't think the dogs will care much. They sleep through thunderstorms. Bobby's great. Bobby's a veteran blogger. I learned from Bobby. Gene, yeah, I don't know, the puppy's disappeared on me. Hunter is becoming a little bit of AJ, thank you, Julie. Bam. Northeast get something this season. Hey, Eric, good question. Listen, we're entering the peak of season, and September is the month for you guys to watch. Now, remember when Sandy, Victor, I called a coma just because they're Oldsmar. They seem good, nice, good reviews. Just, they were in the neighborhood. I looked them up. They're right down the road. But yeah, so the East Coast, when was Hurricane Sandy? I can't remember now. It was actually October, wasn't it? I remember tracking it. Yeah, it was late October. So listen, I mean, October 22nd, so that, it can happen late October 26th. That was 2012. Oh my God, I remember posting about that. That was like yesterday. Jeez, what the hell years go by? What the hell? I'm getting old. I remember sitting, eating dinner, posting about Sandy. But anyway, that was October 28th. So yeah, East Coast, never say never. You can't ever think you're in the clear in this season. And like I said, we're just at the peak of season now. So we still have a lot of history of storms after September 10th. And this just came out. Oh, I wanted to show this earlier. This is a fresh, this one came out today. This is the global hazards map from NOAA. So we got our little area here, 94, and then we got our new red area, and then we got another red area. So this is this is next week, this week. So and whoever said I had good circles, I just let you down. Sorry. But this one just came out, so they're still predicting obviously a storm. I mean, I just common sense. Or September, peak of season. MJO is expected to turn more neutral, enhanced towards the end of the month into October. So vertical. Let's see the shear map I have posted here. So this is an interesting graphic. So, and this makes sense because I've been seeing a lot of Mets talk about this. So currently, a lot of these Atlantic systems have been kind of ragged looking. That's what's going on right now with our systems now. There's a lot of shear out there, and that's why we see the shear battling the bottom side here. That's why we're getting attacked on the bottom side. You can see all the upper level winds blowing that way. But our little graphic here just shows you vertical shear, and it's a little above average, which is good. You want shear, but the Caribbean shear is lower than average, way lower than average. So what does that mean? Well, it means what we saw with Laura. Laura was able to form, so the shear values in the Caribbean are less, and obviously that's where we'll be watching more towards the end of September and October. But anyway, all right. Cool beans. I think we went over a lot. Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow for sure, and Friday for sure. And remember, if I'm ever late, the bus is supposed to show up at 9:04. Shows up at 9:19. Must be a hater. Have a few of those. So. All right, shear. Well, I can answer that because I just saw it. Lauren, shear is upper level winds, and when you have strong upper level winds, it's hard for systems to form under. Well, you can see it right here actually. So upper level winds, when upper level winds are strong, it blows apart thunderstorms. Bottom line, just blows them apart. Thunderstorms need to grow up, and when you have strong upper level winds, it blows them apart. So interestingly enough, 94 is in a low area shear. We'll see. But you can see here, see these strong winds? These are the winds that are blowing Paulette, making, and you can look at the directional shear on the other map here. And the light pink lines, see these little pink lines? That's upper level winds. So it gives you an idea of the direction. And so that graphic I just showed, you can see all the cloud tops of Paulette going that way. That's because the upper level winds are blowing them that way. So there you go. All right. Thank you, Mary. We'll see you. All right. Well, listen, we'll see everybody tomorrow for sure. I got to get going on some other projects I'm working on too. So we'll be back tomorrow 9:19. I'll be posting all day. Always here. Never let you down. So have a great day. Happy Wednesday, hump day. See ya.